عظيم هو السامي لدين عظيم هو السامي فخور بإسلامي فمنه ارتويت.
ورحمة الله وبركاته. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We thank Allah for bringing us all here together, and we send grace and salutation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we ask Allah to forgive us for every single sin we did, and may Allah grant us Jannatul Firdausa, and may Allah have mercy on the dead people whom have no family to pray for. So before I start my talk, I actually love saying a small piece of nasaha, advice. So with this, you will benefit something from it, and I'm sure I'll gain something out of it. So my nasaha today is istighfar. فقلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا. So do a lot of istighfar, and Allah will grant you from all type of possible. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what type of place you are, it doesn't matter. As long as you're seeking for forgiveness, you're good to go. So, dear brothers and sisters, a lot of people have been standing here saying that AI, artificial intelligence, is this and this. Like most of the people are talking about its disadvantage. But I will hereby stand in front of you telling you that I use AI, artificial intelligence. Also, there's that part of someone just said here that artificial intelligence and ChatGPT are two different things. I actually oppose that, and I have a lot of evidence to prove that. So they're one and the same. Artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, AI, whatever it is, one and the same. So let's go with this. In today's rapidly evolving revolution, literally speaking, every single person uses ChatGPT, either be it working place, be it salah. You see a Rivati person telling you that, how did you learn the Quran? How did you learn how to pray? And it's like, I just went to ChatGPT, I'm like, Assalamu alaikum, teach me how to pray. And it's like, do this is how you do it, this is how you manage it. So there's that verse of the Quran we go, إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغير ما بأنفسهم. Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. So let's say today you don't know how to pray, and there's literally no one there for you. So will you just sit down there and wait for Allah to send someone to you? You have to work for yourself. So you go to ChatGPT, you look for all artificial intelligence to teach you how to pray. There are countless opportunities in the realm of AI and artificial reality. Imagine a virtual Hajj experience for those unable to travel, all tools that help with the Quran memorization, all platforms that promote Islamic finance and entrepreneurship in digital age. These innovations can bring Muslims closer to their faith and open new avenue for growth, learning, and connection. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِّرٍ. Allah made everything easy for you. So Quran, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِّرٍ. The Quran was made easy for you. With the help of the Quran, you can use artificial intelligence with beneficial. It's going to help you learn every single thing. Some people even teach AI how to do some things. Sometimes, I remember a day, I was like in a Quran competition. So I asked AI, I was reciting this verse that goes, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. And he said that in Surah Al-Daha, and he said in Surah Al-Nisa. So I was like, what? Surah Al-Nisa? So I was like, I told ChatGPT, go back to the Quran, know that verse in Surah Al-Daha. So it's like, thank you so much for correcting me. That is what they say when you memorize the Quran. So then also, ChatGPT has its own problems and its concourse. Then we go to how to overcome these challenges. We must act collectively as a global global ummah. This means fostering cooperation across nations, supporting youth-led tech initiative, and building platform where Islamic values are not only preserved but championed. We must generate holistic and futuristic solutions that address social, political, and economic issues, using AI a means of empowerment and rather not domination. AI is not just a tool, it's about value. As the global Muslim community, we must evaluate our technological strengths and weakness. We have a vast youthful population, but it's a digitally connected and eagerly to engage. We have a rich tradition of knowledge and ethics that can serve as a compass in the area of artificial intelligence. However, we also face challenges, but to overcome those challenges, you must be a true Muslim. You must learn the Quran, the Hadith, each and every single part about Islamic. So I here stand in front of you as Anab Abdi Abdullahi saying that AI is supportive, AI is intelligent, AI is needed. It's needed and it's always going to be needed. It has no effect on Islamic religion. It has no effect on the world. It literally has no effect. As long as you're using it the right way, it has no effect. So I here conclude with use AI as the most preservative way. Make sure that you're using it in the right way, the exact way. Thank you so much, and that's all.
فخور بإسلام